Well, hello there, YouTube. Look at this beautiful spring-like day. It's 37 degrees, and today's, what, the 12th of March? Kylie out there, Danny and Abby goofing around. Old Lee. Whoa! Tripped over my own feet. That wouldn't have been good. Alright. On the second day of the week, Mama. Alright.
Alright.
Ready to start another day?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Old Mother Nature. She didn't go out without a fight last night. Holy moly.
Oh, it was torrential rains.
For several hours, it was just typhooning out there. It's crazy how those things are. You have a nice sunny day, and it ends like that.
Yeah.
Beautiful morning, though. It's kind of windy out here, Mama.
I know.
The rain wasn't too terribly bad. Actually, it wasn't rain at all. The road stayed wet.
Yeah.
Go through a half a tank of windshield washer on the way to work. Anyway, I'm gonna run on down there and do my thing.
Oh, right.
Got a big old Spyder service on a F3. I don't know if it's a T or limited. I think it's a limited.
Yeah.
A pre-trunk limited.
It's a SE6.
Yep, know that. Well, that's right. You looked up all the parts for it, didn't you? All right.
All right.
Love, see you, bye.
Yep.
All right, bye-bye now. So you guys remember the father and son duo with the RT and the F3? Is this I don't know if it's a limited or a T-Mod. I think it's a limited. It's the pre-trunk limited 2016 or 15. I don't have the RO with me. Too many Spyders. But doesn't you remember he had the front belt pulley issue? Anyway, he's in for his 28K service. So I'll be doing that today and tomorrow. And which, by the way, I asked Ryan this morning, I said, you ever done a 28K on an F3? He goes, no. He goes, why? I said, well, I got a 28K, and I was thinking this morning, I don't think I've ever done a 28K on a F3. I mean, it's the same service, just different bodywork to take off. So I don't know how deep I have to go in the F3 to do the spark plugs and stuff, but we'll find all that out. So anyway, the battery for the DR650, Kelly checked my sales history to see if it's been within a year since I bought that. It's the cheap brand of batteries that Honda sells, because, you know, Honda sells Yuasas only. Well, it's an alternative brand battery for the guy that doesn't want to spend a fortune for a Yuasa. I think it's like a Chinese-made Yuasa or something like that. I don't know. But at any rate, so she checks the history, and we didn't have a Yuasa in the size that I need, so she ordered that. It's coming out of Idaho. And so she checks the history today. 1 year ago today. 3/12 of 18. There is no way it's been a year since you and I were down here, and remember I had it over there and I had it on the charger servicing that thing. There's no way that's been a year ago. I go, Kelly, there's no way. Yep. I haven't bought any other battery like that. Wow. Man, you're talking about the time flying. So I was talking to Karen up there, because we're just so overstocked everywhere. I said, I have a beautiful blue option 719 R1250 RT down there. Would you like to have it on the floor? Well, she knew it was here. She had a hole over there. She goes, yes, right there. So she has a hole up there against the wall for the beautiful RT. I wish I could take it for another test ride, but I've already put my 9/10 of a mile on it. The customer had already come with a mile or two from the rolling road, so I wouldn't want a bike that had a whole bunch of miles on it. Well, I don't really care. My Street Glide was part of a VIP thing, and when I picked it up, it had 220 something miles on it. I do this for a living. I know you can't hurt one. Even if you don't break it incorrectly, you can't hurt one. So that's no big deal. They go, well, it has 200. It's going to be here for a week, and we have to keep it for a week before you can pick it up. There's no problem. No big deal. But anyway, let me get this RT up and start the task of a 28K service on an F3. You remember the beautiful Spyder F3-T? Oh, it's a 2016 T model, by the way. Holy moly. And yes, the headset has to come off of it to get the airbox out of the way so that you can gain access to the spark plugs. So just, you almost have to come down this far to change the fuel filter in this thing, because the fuel filter is sitting right there. Pretty crazy, huh? That's nuts. Oh, and here's the bleed off for your pressure relief. Goes back through this little T here and back into the line. So the pressure relief is controlled by the pump now, and it'll open up and purge back into the tank once you overpressure on fuel pressure. But man, all this has to come unplugged. It's quite a show. It's not quite so bad as like I was thinking it might be, so that's cool. That is probably one of the most cobbled things I've ever done. I hadn't even got the airbox out of the way so I can get to the spark plugs. I had to get Ryan down here to help me get the headset off. I don't think there's a wire left on this thing that's not unplugged. And the last hoorah was that huge harness that goes all the way back to the radio back here. Snakes all the way through. I'm like, whoa, because it looks like everything, there's a lot of stuff you leave, just flop it out of the way. But luckily, usually you get a worst case scenario than this, but only one hardwired thing that was in the way that had to be cut. So I have to mend that, 4 wires altogether. Man, that's crazy what you got to go through. Ryan comes down here and he goes, "Pops, what in the heck are you doing to that thing?" I said, changing the spark plugs, doing a 28K. I said, "You remember me asking you if you ever done a 28K on a F3 yet?" He goes, "Well, I'll let you do them, Pops, since you know you've been in there." I said, "Well, geez, thanks." I can see one of the coil packs down there. And the manual is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Huge gaps and things you have to do that the manual doesn't have in there. And it looks like the manual was pretty much made for the F3 and F3S, and just little things here and there added for the F3-T and LTD. Probably should have looked at a newer model. I'm looking at the 2016 manual. Should probably look at a 17 or 18 or something. Anyway, looks like both the ECM and the, yeah, because they're literally attached to the airbox on this side, and the TCM, the transmission control module computer, is attached to the intake tube. Oh, you know, I was telling you guys the simplified airbox of an F3. Look at this. That's it. Woof! Goes right in. There's the air filter. And then, you know, the RTs have a tunnel that comes all the way up, then goes into here, then it comes out of here, and then enters another great big baffle that's about the size of that airbox, and then it enters the throttle body. It's a big single automotive looking style throttle body. That's why F3s have a nice snooty sound to them when you grab a handful. Whoa! Because it's a very open airbox. That's crazy. Getting to the air filter is easy. You can pretty much get to it through the access cover. It's kind of tight, but you can get to them. Getting to the spark plugs, whole nother animal. And he's saying that occasionally gets a weep out of his right radiator. It looks like there's some kind of dampness going on here. I did a pressure test, and man, it's just holding good. I don't know. It does definitely look like something's been leaking at some point. And he says the coolant loss is very, very, very out slow, but you can actually see it, the little acidy drips that, you know, how cool it, when it dries, it looks like battery acid, you know? So it's definitely leaked. And this odor clamp looks like it's tight. I don't know. Do some more I'll put this stuff on last. We'll do some more investigating with that. But yeah, definitely a challenge. Keep me busy on these rainy days. But the sun's going to come out day after tomorrow. Alright, back at her. I'm about to start dancing around here and do the Hallelujah song here. All of that just to gain access to them 3 little spark plugs sitting right there. Is that crazy or what? But that's part of the 28K service. Put some fresh shiny new spark plugs in there. I need to, oh, there it is. I gotta replace the evap pre-filter over here as well. I think I showed you guys the fuel filter. She gets a shiny new fuel filter, and then air filter, which is still in the airbox at the moment. Alright, feel like I've accomplished something for the day. Just need to figure out where the leaky radiator thing is. That's the one little cloud floating over me at the moment. So, throw some shiny new spark plugs. They brought me my gaggle of stuff, getting a trailer hitch, tire, and then all the tune-up stuff. Luckily, the HCM filter, which is kind of a pain on an RT. You take that little, this is just a cover, and then underneath there is the HCM filter. And unlike the twins where you replaced it every service, you only replace the HCM filter every 28K. That's the hydraulic control module that controls the transmission. Alright. Man. That was interesting. You always gotta do one. Then from there you start finding easier ways or shortcuts. You just pray they haven't added a bunch of accessories to it from there. Alrighty. So here's a brand new, not a 2-year-old battery for that 310. And that's the box it came in. Well, part of the reason the box was so big is there was 2 in the box. You need to find out who checked this thing in. They didn't realize you're missing one of the batteries that was shipped. Knuckleheads. But anyway, this is a YTX, the equivalent to a YTX 9BS. So that's the battery that will fit my DR. But being one of these Excite batteries, oh mama, that thing would be expensive. See, there's the date on it, 11/18. That's good and fresh. Anyway, take this up to Little Woman and see. One thing's for sure, I won't be needing a battery for a while if I get that. But whoa, from BMW, that thing's got to be spendy. But I'll go check, let y'all know. I think I'll probably just wait for the Yuasa, I'm sure, but it would be nice to have one of these. Them are really, really good batteries. So I checked on that battery. It's literally twice the price of the Yuasa. And the Yuasa is not cheap. I know I'll do fine with the Yuasa. I'd sure like to have that BMW battery. But I think even Kelly would kick my butt for spending the extra money for the battery. It's not like I ride the DR every day. Look at this. Fairly beautiful skies, and then holy moly. Woo, that's windy too. Holy moly. Look at that woman, sunshine. Keep turning, you have sunshine all the way on you.
All the way.
Alright, Mo, you want to head to the hacienda?
Yes.
Getting out of here later than holy heck today. Glad it wasn't sunny, and I was expecting a ride, because it wouldn't have happened. Whew. It's bright after the sunshine. Well, hello there, YouTube. The very first, not daylight goodbye vlog, but after work daylight goodbye vlog.
Yeah, very
And
cool.
it's like 10 to 7. Maybe it's even close to 7. I don't know. I didn't look at what sunset is. It's probably 10 or 11 after, somewhere around there. But yeah, an outside after work.
I know.
What
Way
killed-
cool.
Excuse me, what kills me is just north of Longview Kelso, and definitely by the time we got to Castle Rock, it's dry.
Yeah,
Freaking dry.
I know.
The highway out there, because of the shades and stuff, is all wet, so I'd have wiped something out if I rode it, but it
Would
was
have been a try.
good gesture.
Mm-hmm.
I could have headed east and stay away from all the shade trees, and I'd have been fine that way.
Yeah,
I could have went for a ride,
that blows.
but yeah, it'd be a cold,
Very
dark
cold.
ride. But anyway, hope I didn't drive you guys too crazy with all the Spyder stuff today. But that was my day.
Yeah.
I pretty much knew right away I wasn't going to ride anything, so I said, well, I'll just tech talk my way through here.
There you go.
So I sent the owner of the Spyder some photos, and I said, this is what it takes to get to your spark plugs.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. I see you text me back. I didn't hear it, so I'll have to read it when we're done here.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we're going to roll out on you.
All
on this
right.
beautiful, beautiful evening.
It is
Mighty is it
gorgeous.
beautiful out here. Woo!
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up, and you guys have a wonderful Wednesday or Thursday.
Heck yeah. All right.
All right.
Start over again tomorrow?
Yeah. Tomorrow's another day.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
All right. We'll see you then.
Take care.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.